Hi guys, this is the part 12 of our e-commerce project in Django. So in this part, we are going to restructure our register view. So first, I want you to do is just run your server and go to the browser. Just open your admin and where we have created a user in the previous part, I just want you to delete your newly created user. So just go and delete that user. So make sure you don't delete your super user that you have created when in your Django project by the command create super user. Just remain this and delete the other user that we have created in previous part. So now just go back to your project and here we are going to remodel that register view. So first, we want to import some uh, features. So just import them. So first, we want to import is get current site. So we will import it from django.contrib.auth dot not from auth, that's from site dot sites dot shortcuts import get current site, and after that we want to import our token to utilize our token in our email verification. So just import it from dot token import, and we want to import the variable that we have assigned to our user verification token generator. So just import that user tokenizer generator, and after that we want to import something more. So from django.template.loader import render to string. I'm going to explain these things that why we are going to use them in our register view. So after that we also want to import from django.utils and dot encoding. We want to import our force bytes and force string. So if you are using Django version 4 or above, we are going to use force string, and if you are using below that, so you can use text. So because our version is above than 4, so we are going to use force string, and after that we want to import from django.utils.http. We want to import URL safe based encode decode and also URL safe based encode. So why we need that and these three uh, packages. So first package we need to get the current site of our user. So for us our current site is our local host, So that's our current site, and I have to connect to the internet. That's why it's not loading the bootstrap. So now refresh it. So to get our current site domain, and our current site is our local host, so we need that package to set up our email verification. And after that we are going to utilize our user tokenizer generate, and to utilize that token we need all that stuff rendered to string and force bytes and URL safe base 64 decode and encode. So what we want is that when our check is that our form is valid, we want to set our user active is false, and we want to change the by default process which will automatically activate our user in our site. So we don't want that. We want to save our user and then uh, set is active to false, and we want to make it true after our user click our email verification link that is sent to his email address. So that's why we are going to set up all these things and remodeling our register view. So just remove that in your under your form valid, and what we are going to do is creating a user variable and setting it to form.save. So after that we are going to override it by saying that user dot is active is equal to false, because we don't want our user after registering to activate. So first we want is uh, from our user that he should go to his email, his Gmail account, and he should click the email verification link. So after that he will be able to log in to our site. So after that we will say user dot save, and after that we are going to set up our email verification. Just close the terminal now, and I am commenting here that it's a email verification setup, and we are going to set up the template for our email verification. And after that first we want to access our current site, so we are making a variable current site and assigning it to get current site. So we are passing a request. So this built-in Django package is very useful to get the current site. So, and also if you in future when we deploy our project on AWS or render, this package is smart enough to get the current site domain. So when we deploy it on rendered, it will going to collect the domain from that render site. So because now we are in our local host, so it's going to collect the local host site domain, and after that we want a subject. So our subject will be that's account verification email. So that is the subject that is going to be for our email from our company or site that is sent to our user. So after that we are going to set a message, and that message will contain the template of our that template that we have created here, email verification. So it will going to send that template to our user email address with the link for our email verification. So that's why we imported that render to string. So we are going to use it, render to string, and it will take the parameters. First it will going to take the template that we have created, account registration and email verification.html. So make sure that we are going to account here under that template, and after that we are going to registration, and after that we are going to email verification.html. So that's our path for our email verification.html. Just make sure to check the spellings, account registration and email verification.html. So after that it will going to, if you hover there, you will see that it's a function which will take the template name and a context dictionary. So we are going to pass it a context dictionary. So in curly braces after comma and after comma in curly braces. So here we are going to say that our user will be our user that we have assigned here, and after that our domain will be the current site dot domain, and our user ID. So we want to encode our user ID, and we want to encode it in 4 bytes. So that's why we are using that URL safe base 64 encode. So we are going to use it, URL safe base 64 encode, and it will going to take a 4 bytes, and we are going to pass it user.pk. So we are going to get the current user ID, and we are going to encode it. So after that we are going to use our token, and we are going to generate our token from our token.py, and using make token function. So you can hover it there and you will see it's a function for abstract base user, and it's going to take our user parameter, and after that we are going to pass a user dot, we are going to set a email user in our settings, default email user. So I am going to explain it. So just set it user dot email underscore user, and it will going to take the subject is equal to subject, and our message is going to equal to that message. So in next part, we are going to set our email user in our project settings, our default email user, and we are going to use Gmail functionality SMPT. So where we can generate a password and our for our app. So that is going to use that dependency of our Gmail account SMPT. So we are going to set a default email user where we'll set our company Gmail account, and under that we are going to set the password that we got from our Gmail SMPT. So I will going to explain it later. So just set it as it is email user, and it will going to take subject and message. So after that we want to redirect to our return redirect, and we want to redirect our users to a pop-up message that email verification sent. So if you go to your URLs, we want to redirect to that URL email verification sent. So after that, that's it. And what I want you to do is go to your email verification sent, and here I am going to set up this. So first we are going to include our base.html. So include it and store base.html, and after that we are going to load static files, load static, and after that in block contents, block content, end block, and after that I want is to body tag, and in that body tag I want some space first, and after that a div, and in that div I am going to use the bootstrap classes. So it will going to be a container, and background will be white, and shadow mid p5, and after that we are going to assign it as same as we assigned in previous part, form layout class, to utilize our style.css from static. So after that we want another bootstrap class, that is text center. So text center, and after that we want to assign a icon, font icon. So we are going to say that class for envelope, and the size of it is 3x, and after that area hidden true, We are going to close that tag, and after that we want to take a space, and after that what we want is our message, and we want it in strong, and what we want is a verification link was sent to your email. So after that we want a horizontal line HR, and in that p tag we want please check your email. So that's it for this, and above that under blog content we want the same style as we used in our register. So that's it, and if you want to check it how it look, you can just go and in account email verification sent. So actually we did not return any HTTP response yet, so just do it as it is and set your email verification sent template, and in our views in that email verification sent, if you want to check how it is look, just you can do is in that pause return your and render request, and after that again go to your account registration, and after that email verification sent .html. So now if you want to check it how it's look, so account email verification sent, so that's it going to be look like. And after our user registration is complete on our site, our user will going to see that message that a verification link was sent to your email and please check your email. So that's it. Now go to the project, and after that we want to set up our that email verification.html. So go to your email verification.html, and here we want to create a template that is going to our user email address. So first we say that auto escape is off, and after that we are going to end our auto escape, and after that we are going to say hi, thank you for registering on our website, and please to verify your email by, we will say, please be so kind, be so kind to verify your email by clicking the link below. And after that we are going to create a link, and it will have the domain and whatever domain you are using. So for now we are using localhost. It will going to render that domain, and in Django tags we are going to use a URL, and what URL we want. If you go to your urls.py, we want that email verification URL. Control C and Control V, and after that, to make that URL dynamic, what we want is, we want uh, in angle brackets string, and we want to, so first go to your email verification, and here we are going to use UIDB64, and we are going to assign it UID, our user ID, and our token will be equal to our token. So that's it. That's how we are going to create our dynamic links for our user to verify their email address. And in URLs, just pass that UIDB64, and after that we are going to pass our token. So after forward slash, again in angle brackets string, and pass token. So that's it for this, and just save it, and also save that thing. And after that, go to your views, and under that registration we are going to set up our email verification view. So remove that pass, and here we are going to first, after that request, pass that UIDD64 and our token that we are getting from our URLs here, token and UIDD64. And after that we are going to say that we want to generate a unique ID. We have generated a unique ID when we encoded it from our uh, based on our user ID, and now we want to decode it. So now we are going to use that URL safe base64 decoder. So first what we have encoded, we want to decode it to check that our email verification. So now first get the unique ID, and of, we want to decode it. So we will going to declare a variable unique ID, and it will going to say force Now we want to convert it to string and URL safe decode. Now we want to decode our ID UIDB64 BD64 and it's not BD, it's DB. Check that in our URLs. It's DB and also in that DB. So make sure that it's DB, and after decoding it, we want to assign it to our user variable. So user dot objects. So first we also want to import our user model from auth.models. So under that, before that current site, just import it from django.contrib.auth.models, import the default user model, and after that we are going to use it. So we are going to get the unique ID of our user. Objects dot get our user unique ID, and after that we are going to check that if our user and our token generator, we want to check that token that it's a valid token. So we will say that if user and user tokenizer generator, and we are going to check token, and it will take the parameter user and token. So if these are all good, we want to say that make our user is active is equal to true, and after that user dot save and return redirect to email. So we want to redirect it to email verification success. So after all that is okay, we want to show up a pop-up message that when a user click our email verification, it will going to redirect. After checking those checks, it will going to redirect to that email verification success template. So just uh, email verification. So just copy that from URLs, email verification success here. So there's, by using this copy paste, you are minimizing the chance of mistyping the spellings. So after that, if that check is going to fail, we want to say else return redirect to that URL where we set it that email verification failed. Control V, and we are going to add some comments that here we want to comment that if it is success, then this will going to work, and if it's failed, then this will going to work. So after that, just we are going to set up our email verification success and failed. So we are going to just copy that email verification sent, Control C, and go to your first success, Control V, and just in that strong tags we want to change the message that your account is now active, and we want to say that please proceed to login. Proceed to login. So that's it for our success message, and just copy that, and we also want to set it for our email verification failed, and just paste it, and what we want to say that email verification failed, and after that we want to say that please contact admin port, and that's it for this. Oh, for so we also want going to change that icons later. So here we don't want that for envelope, we want for times. You can check in front awesome those icons, and we want the size is same, and text danger, and in our email verification success we want the for check icon. So without that, and rather than that envelope, for check, and for 3x, and want to say that text success, and just save it. So that's it for this, and after that go to your views, and we are also going to render those templates under that success and failed. So here is going to render the success, and in that pause we are going to render the email verification failed, and just save it. So after that all the settings and setting your URLs and views, we want to check our functionality before we set up our default user email. In our settings we are going to check all those functionalities like email verification, send success or failed, and we are going to check it in our console. So we are going to get email in our console. So just first close your server and go to the e-commerce, and in settings, so in the settings at the bottom, what we want is we want to set our email underscore backend, and we want to assign it to django.core.mail and dot backend dot console dot email backend. So we are going to use a console first for to check our views that working, that our email verification is working. So it should be the same as I typed Django dot core dot mail dot back ends and dot console and dot email backend. So in the next lecture we are going to use Google Gmail account SMTP to set up our email host email and our email port and our host user and host password for our that particular site. So in the next lecture we are going to do this, but first we want to check that our views our email verification functionality is working good. So just save it, and so now we are going to check our functionality in our console. So first make sure that your server is running, and after that just go to the site, and now first register a new user. So we are going to register a new user. So I will going to say generate one, and the so after that setting email. So it does not matter whatever you type an email, you can type a bogus email because we are checking it on a console. So just check it one time to email.com, and after that setting a password. So create an account. Email verification sent not found. Check our URLs, views, and we have redirect to email verification sent, and check our URLs, email verification sent, email verification sent, and your views, count, and registration. We are going to email verification sent.html. So what the error we are getting is reverse email verification sent not found, or patron name. So let's check again our URLs and our email verification sent. So to be the problem, just copy the email verification sent, Control C, and in your views we are redirected our verification set, paste it, and I think there is a spelling mistake. So now save it and make sure your server is running. And now to check it, just go to your site and now refresh it and register. And here we want to register generate to. After that We are going to set an email time34@gmail.com. After that, set your password, confirm your password, and just create it. And here you will see a verification link was sent to your email. So if you open your console, and here you will see a dynamic link is generated. So what is happened here? First, in register, we are getting our post request from our form, and we are checking that our form is valid, and after that check, we are saving our form in user, and we are setting our user active is equal to false, and then again save that state. And after that, we are going to set up our email verification setup. What you have seen, a pop-up message here, a verification link was sent to your email. That is, after checking all those above, we are going to create our dynamic link using our uh, token here. So that link is created, and we are seeing our email verification here. Hi, thank you for registering on our website. Please be so kind to verify your email by clicking in the link below. And if you so through that HTTP basically. So in the future we are going to convert it to HTTPS, and when we are deploying. So we are in our local host, for it's okay to use HTTP. So through that, our HTTP, our dynamic domain is dynamic link is created, and if you copy that link, make sure don't save that here until you check that. Control C, and here if you paste that and press enter, make sure your server is running, and just open it, paste it. So what's the problem here is we have not put it that HTTP. So first we have to save it, and then we have to register it again. First check it by this. If you paste that link here and put HTTP and then click, so here you will see your account is now active, and please proceed to login. So that's it guys for this part. So in the next part we are going to set up our default email host in our settings. So in the next part we are going to use our Google SMTP, and I am going to demonstrate it how you can set up your smtp.gmail.com, and it will going to host your email, and you are going to set a email host user for your site or your company, and it will also generate a password for your current app that is using your SMTP, and the all the things that we are seeing in our console, we are going to see it in our Gmail account, in a real life Gmail account, in our user, and our user is going to get that email in his or her Gmail account, and when he or she will click that link, then it's going to activate our user's account. So that's it guys. So if you like the video, just subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. And if you have some query, you can comment it and I will answer it. So that's it guys.